Live, and I believe we are live. Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land and also here on Zoom. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you guys making the time. We've got a special guest today. Of course, you know what we're talking about in the Mickey Meme coin potential updates. I know, Jonathan, we've been going back and forth on some cool things today. And over the last, we had a meeting yesterday, was it? Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
And
Feels like yesterday.
yeah, it feels like yesterday. It was yesterday. And a
Yeah.
lot of things happening pretty fast. A lot of you guys are probably holders of Mickey Meme coin, and a lot of you are probably, or some of you might be wondering what it is, or I'm going to be a holder soon, but the holder count, the wallets are going up in Mickey, and so is the liquidity, and so is the token, and so is the hopes and aspirations for this coin are just out of this world. So a lot of things happening. We wanted to plan this call a short while ago. We wanted to plan this for some information that Jonathan has, some really cool stuff, potentially for you guys out there that might be interested in what's going on and be able to participate yourselves. I just saw somebody put in the Discord that they would love to act in the movie Crypto Heist. So we'll
Great.
have to see, you know. So with that, I'm just going to hand it over to Jonathan. And Jonathan, you can give us what you want to give us. And we do have a little bit of a slideshow, not a slideshow, but some slides that we can follow along when you start talking about the crypto heist. It's just a couple of slides, Jonathan, and
Okay.
we
No
can go into
problem.
more depth and we'll go from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Willis.
Thank you so much. So, for anybody who doesn't know, we've launched a token, a meme coin token called Mickey Meme, and you can learn all about it at mickeymeme.com. And fundamentally, it's a meme coin, but with a proper utility. A lot of coins and a lot of tokens, as we all know, don't really have that much behind them. A little bit of smoke and mirrors going on and all that. But that's great from our point of view because I've always been somebody who's kind of spotted gaps in the market and filled them with product. That's been my career. And there is a big gap in the market here for a proper utility. And the utility that we've chosen for this, because I work in movies, I've made 44 films, is film access. So all the way through my film career, we've always crowdfunded our movies, and we've had lots of supporters and investors in the films. And all those people like to be involved. They like to come to the premiere. They like to be the first to see the movie. They like to meet the cast and crew. And some of them have even been played parts in the films as extras or even speaking roles, even not lead, but supporting roles. And they've been really good. They've enjoyed it. And we've enjoyed having them around. And it's always been an amazing pleasure to speak afterwards their experience on the set, the movie set, and they had a great time. And they come up and said, we had a fantastic time. I mean, this is, one of life's punctuating moments. We did a movie just pre-pandemic, and we had Gary Oldman in it. And for people to be able to meet Gary Oldman, I mean, he's been one of our family heroes forever. Growing up with my older kids, we'd always go in to see a movie, even if it had Gary Oldman in it. And there was a movie, I can't remember the one. It was oh gosh, it'll come to me the title of it. But he was in it, and he was on the poster, and it's starring and Gary Oldman. It was a bit of a scam because we were only in it for 5 minutes. Actually, it didn't matter because that 5 minutes was really good, and the rest of the movie was really good anyway. So it kind of dragged you to see that film, and you got something out of it. But going to see films like the Fifth Element and Leon, is it Air Force One? These are magnificent performances. Obviously, the Harry Potter movies and all that. So to meet, and he was so lovely and humble. Jessica Alba, Michael Caine, and all these kind of people. It's lovely to meet them in real life, and we allow our investors in the movie to the opportunity to do the same, which has been great in the old-fashioned funding sense. So people have bought shares in the company that owns the rights to the movie, and that's how we're. But now this is a new world. This is the Web3 world. This is the world of community and inclusion. So, okay, well, my idea is, okay, well, let's turn that element into a kind of tokenization play. So we created the Mickey Meme token, and subject to how many tokens you own, and we're going to produce a spreadsheet of benefits. Depending on how many tokens you own, then you get the opportunity to be involved in a movie in a small way, all the way up to being in a big way. That's just the way it works. And therefore, there are a lot of benefits to that. Obviously, benefits for token holders, and it doesn't actually cost you anything when you think about it, because you buy the token, yes, but you hold the asset that's the token. If after 10, 15 years or whatever, you don't want to do movies anymore, well, you sell the token and you get your money back. So it doesn't actually cost you anything. In actual fact, you might even make a profit. But the nice thing is about this particular token, because as we know with a lot of tokens and meme coins, etc., people go in and out. There's pump and dumps. There's opportunities to make some money on the up, and you lose some money on the down. Or what? It's got gambling. It's not much different from the stock market. It's not much different from betting on the horses, to be perfectly honest. But this is different. This has turned into sticky Mickey. So, of course, people don't want to get rid of them. They don't want to trade them. They want to keep them, because the more you have, the more access you've got to be involved in the films. Now, we've got a slate of movies that we're going to do as producers from our Effector studio. And one of which is called Crypto Heist. And that's a big kind of glossy, all action, fun movie that's going to be set in Dubai. It's about a heist, obviously, a heist of a movie. Heist of a cryptocurrency. And I don't know, ruin it for you. Spoiler alert. It's rescued in the end. I've always wanted to make a heist movie. What have I done? I've made Western movies, ghost movies, zombie movies, thrillers, comedies. I never made a heist movie. And I love heist movies. I love The Italian Job. I love Ocean's 11, 12, 13. They're great fun. Now You See Me. They're fabulous. I love heist movies. And I've never made one. So that was the inspiration for it. And we commissioned a local scriptwriter near to me, who's genius, to write the script. It's absolutely fabulous. And here the plot is being shared by Corey and the team. And we've got a lot of people involved in this, a lot of seriously interested people. It's nothing to do with effectively the meme token doing well and the meme token paying for it. It's already paid for. It's covered. The cost is covered. So, and then the same with some other movies that we're doing this year as well. Later down the line, the token will actually pay for the movies. We'll have more movies, and therefore it'll be a beautiful upward ascending spiral. The more movies you have, the more utility the token has, the more valuable the token will be. So we are at a stage now whereby I've got a meeting tomorrow, a casting meeting. We're talking about casting with regard to Crypto Heist tomorrow. We've got another partner on board. And so there's 3 production companies involved in this film, 2 based in Dubai and 1 based in the UK. And there's perhaps one in America as well. So there might be a quartet of us. If not, a trio we can cover the whole thing as a trio. But there is somebody who can add an extra benefit. So we're still talking to them about it as well. And the token itself is doing really well. So it's at a market cap of 1.54 million. This is effectively pre-listing. So we're going to be listing very soon. I could actually say the date, other than there's one little duck that needs to go into a row, but it's next week anyway. So it's just which day next week. But it just one more duck. And I've been out now, so I've got to check my messages to find out what's going on. It's got a 97 DEX score, DEX tool score, which is amazing. The liquidity has gone up from, it was about 78,000 yesterday. It's now 115, nearly 116. So everything's on the rise. But the most interesting thing about it actually is it that you mentioned earlier, Sticky Mickey. It's been at 1.5, 1.52 for like 2 weeks while we've been getting our acts together. Well, you can see that. I mean, that's a ridiculous chart. Things don't happen like that unless you've got something special. And I think we have. I think this is unique. And personally, from my point of view, I can't see the point of doing anything unless it's unique. So look at all those holders and look at that line. That's quite terrific. Now, what we've got to do is we've got to raise some more funds in order to do some more publicity and the bits and pieces we need to do before we list. We don't need it. We don't have to do it. But I think my gut says we should, and we should try to do it, because the more funds we have, the more marketing we can achieve, the greater number of people are going to pile on board, the token's going to rise. So we want, and also this is the right time to do it in concert with the listing. So this is the first listing that'll happen next week, and then we'll have another listing on another exchange very quickly thereafter. They're both top 20 exchanges. The second listing was actually a top 10 exchange. We've just had an amazing deal offered to us by that. So that'll be great. Once you're on a couple of major platforms, once you've got a certain amount of volume going through, then all the other exchanges come and say, actually, we're going to list you for free. Thank you very much. We want to steal the volume of the market, because that's where they make their money. So just to start off with, these two will be absolutely fine. But we want to do. So I've invented something. This is my job. I just invent things to try and get things off the ground. We always get things off the ground. We always make them work. And you just have to be inventive as to how you're going to achieve that. So we've got token sales, and we've done that. So the Nexus community have got a really, really good collection of tokens, which is fab. So we'll leave those tokens alone for the time being. What we've also got, but this isn't related to what we're talking about now, we've also got equity in the parent company. So I've always done this with all the new businesses that we've done, whether they be movies, whether it be the House of Frankenstein, if you look at www.houseoffrankenstein.com, that's one of our projects as well. It's a visitor attraction. And we also, things like a water company, strangely, we own that as well, because there wasn't one in this town in which I live. So we've always sold off 25% of the equity in the company for small investors, for people to be involved. And this is the same with this commodity. So 25% of the parent company equity is available. There's a deck, and I'm sure the team will share that with you if you're interested. Now's the time to get in, because, of course, we've done a ridiculously low valuation. As soon as it goes on exchanges, and then the valuation of the company goes through the roof. So there's a few days to get involved in that. But this is not the subject of this particular message tonight. So what we're going to do today is we're going to market. Feels like a game show. I feel like I'm on a game show, which I quite enjoy. We're going to market a few elements of Crypto Heist. So Crypto Heist is going to be a $4 million movie set in Dubai. It's going to have an A-list cast. It's probably going to have a Bollywood star as well, because we want to hit the Indian market. And it's probably going to have an Asian star as well, because we want to hit the Eastern market as well as the Western market. So commercially speaking, we're going to be ticking all these boxes. And this is what I've always done throughout the whole career. There's no point making a movie unless it makes money. However, having said that, you don't go out to make money. You go out to make a really good product that's going to be attractive to the market. And if you make something that's successful, then money just kind of washes over. But you never focus on the money-making aspect, because otherwise then you just get crap. So this is an opportunity to raise some funds very quickly. So literally you have to be able to play pretty immediately in order for us to put all these funds into marketing, ready for the launch on the exchange next week. Okay, so what we want to do, I'm going to go down the list. Do you have the list to flick up onto the screen, Corey, or shall I do it verbally?
You can do it verbally, and I'll pull it up while you're talking.
Okay, great.
I categorized them a little bit here, Jonathan. So there's the things they can name like themselves or a yacht or whatever. And then product placement.
I see it down there.
I know I'm just using different words, I guess.
The lovely thing about working with this team, with you, is you're so good and you're so efficient. You think ahead, and most of the time we're working with people who you have to, encourage. But you're absolutely fabulous. I actually adore working with the Nexus team. This is great. This is perfect.
And we will, Jonathan. We'll get for those that are interested afterwards. We'll get out a Google Doc which will explain in greater detail what you're about to talk about.
Brilliant. So when we've done in the past, and this is not just me, this is also my co-founder of the token, Tim. We've sold off opportunities to be in the film. Now, whether that's be a character play a part in the movie, whether that's been to name a character in the movie, have some product placement in there, have your child in there, or even name a character after you or yourself or your partner or one of your kids. I mean, we just made a movie in the summer called One Night in Bath. It's a romantic comedy, and one of our wonderful investors said, it wasn't for anything. I just said, Johnny, his name's Johnny. I want to name the central character after somebody that because you've been so supportive of us. Who would you like to name the central character after? Is it one of your sons, your business partner? He said no. He said me. I want it named after me. So the central character in One Night in Bath is called Jonathan Kendall. And it features all the way through, and that is Johnny Kendall. And so, little things like that. It's kind of, when that comes out, it's a good movie. It's a good movie with John Hannah. You remember John Hannah from Four Weddings and a Funeral and all sorts of other things. It's, that's kind of like immortalized in celluloid, immortalized on the screen, which is a lovely thing. So we have the opportunity here to name one of the lead hero characters. And we have two opportunities there for a male name, and we have two opportunities for a female name, because there's two female protagonists as well. Really good, really strong characters, one of which has been cast already. And we have two other opportunities to name the bad guys. So there's no bad girls in this, but there's two bad guys. So if you rather prefer to be the kind of Henry Fonda in playing a good role in the white suit, then you can name a hero character. But if you want to be Henry Fonda in Once Upon a Time in the West, wearing the black shirt, then that's the bad guy. Same price. Product placement. If you have a item, you're a manufacturing company or you're a service company, and you want to be featured in the film, we already have a crypto company being featured in the film who have paid, $30,000. $30,000 to be featured in the film, which is great. But we're not asking you for $30,000. But that's the kind of value that we're placing on this. We've also got a guaranteed speaking role, and that's live in Dubai. But that means you have to get to Dubai. But it's not a bad place to be. But there's also a guaranteed speaker role by video. So you could be anywhere in the world. And you will record it by video, because, of course, it's somebody appears on a security guard camera. Male or female, doesn't matter. And you've got some lines, and you let somebody in through a door or whatever it may be. But you can record it at home. You don't have to be, come to a studio to do that. So that's, ideal for somebody who might, be in the middle of nowhere, or doesn't want to travel for whatever reason, or can't travel for whatever reason. And then we've got the opportunity to name a featured building after your company. So, something like the Empire State Building, or the equivalent in Dubai, not the Burj Al Arab, because everybody knows that, or the Burj Khalifa, but some other building that we will use, that will strip of its current branding, and we'll put your branding on it. So it could be, Corey Tower.
Nexus Ecosystem. Just saying.
Yes. Yeah, something like that. Whatever,
I like Corey's house. I like that one.
Corey's
Corey's
house.
house. Yeah,
Corey's
right.
house,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, lovely. I like that. And now also within the film, there's a yacht. Of course, there's a yacht. It's Dubai, and it's going to be a swanky yacht. So we can feature the yacht, and we can put whatever the yacht's called. We can color over that and put the name of your child, whatever that child may be called, or you, or
Can I
or
interrupt for just a minute here? Put a 1 in the chat, folks, if you think it should be called the Corey, I've forgotten the name.
The
Of our,
Alpha.
thank you. The Alpha. That we've got a yacht in the other verse, Jonathan, and it's called the Alpha. So folks, we can all pitch in and we name that yacht. We got the name right. It's like a steal of a deal. So fun. So fun. I
that
love
is
this.
that is fun. But
Well, now
yeah, this is we've only just started with this kind of fun. The thing is, the yacht's going to be called something, so
yeah.
you may as well benefit somebody by doing that. The building has got to be called something. All these characters have got to be called something. Now, either the scriptwriter just makes up some names, or we benefit somebody. And I think that's these opportunities they don't nobody's doing it so much, and I think we should, and I think it fits with the ethos of what we're trying to do here, which is inclusivity, which is bringing a community into a cast. So that we've got the opportunity to be appear by video, name a company after the building, and the yacht. Then we've got other little benefits that money can't buy normally. So we've got an opportunity to do a private video call with the primary cast. Now, we haven't cast it yet, but it's going to be people you know, and it's going to be fun. And you can have half an hour's chat, which inevitably will go on for an hour, with the whole cast. Ask them whatever questions you want, and that'll be fun. So that's a video. Again, that can happen from wherever you are in the world. Then we have the opportunity to have dinner for two with the primary cast during filming. So that's in Dubai. And then dinner for two with the primary cast after filming and after the US premiere. Now, we don't know where the US premiere is going to be, and there may be more than one US premiere. It could be New York, it could be Miami, it could be Las Vegas, it could be LA, San Francisco, whatever. But we'll know at some time. And then the other opportunities are physical ownership of stuff. So you can own a prop from the movie. Obviously, you'll be able to see the movie. You'll be able to watch it all the way through. We're going to keep everything. And then you say, I want that. I want that. Obviously, we're not going to have lightsabers. But if we did have lightsabers, it's the kind of, you remember, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from, I'm not saying this film's going to be as good as that or as big as that, but you know what I mean? And a lot of production companies just throw things away. They literally just get skipped. A friend of mine who I started a new business with a couple of years ago, actually, is lovely, local to me. And his dad was a prop maker at Pinewood Studios in near London. And his dad made Jabba the Hutt. The Jabba the Hutt from Return of the Jedi. One of the most, but at the end of the filming, they just throw it away.
Oh my God.
I know all that work that went into making that amazing rubberized model. I mean, can you imagine if that was in the corner of the office at Nexus? Can you imagine? Or in a bar or a pub? I mean, it's a talking point.
We're going out trick or treating,
Yeah, but if you yeah, that'd be great. But if you tried to auction that now on eBay, can you imagine what that would go for? They got millions of dollars, and they just threw away. They skipped it. So we keep all our props. They're all valuable. They're all of interest, and there's an opportunity to buy the first one. And then there's a second. You can have second pick, and you have third pick, and the same goes for costumes as well. So you can have the first pick of a male film costume and the first pick of a female film costume. Now, the prices of these opportunities, crazy low, because you got to be quick. And we want the funds in order to be able to do the publicity for the coin, which benefits everybody as a token holder. It's a virtuous, beautiful upward spiral. It's fantastic, but they are low. And the reason I can tell you why they're low, because I mentioned the product placement that was sold for $30,000, but also with my co-founder Tim's movies just recently, he's been auctioning rolls off with his film that's set in Miami called The Heckler. He's been auctioning rolls off on a charity platform called Charity Buzz, based in New York. And basically half goes to the charity and half goes to the person who's offering the opportunity, which is nice. And but these opportunities have been going for about $14,000 for a decent part in one of Tim's films. $14,000. And he's actually raised, I think he said he raised over $200,000 over the last, because basically that's paid for the film so far, before we ever came up with this concept. So, but what we're doing here, and the team will be able to share the prices shortly, is they range from as low as the lowest one, $450, to the highest one is $2,000. Now, I was speaking to the team yesterday. So that's basically, $2,000, preferably, by the way, in USDT, but it doesn't have to be. It can be in fiat, it can be in any token, but in an ideal world, USDT. Because that's what we need to use the funds to pay for. And you need to be quick because first come, first served. So yeah, so that's that. But the interesting thing I had talking to the team yesterday was talking to Peter and Corey and everyone was, okay, this is an interesting opportunity. It's an interesting pitch, but it's not normally the kind of thing that we pitch to our community, because our community is here for alpha and tips in order to buy things low and make some money out of the opportunities that are brought to the community. Whereas this is not. This is, you're actually selling something as a commodity in order to get a benefit from it. So it's a little bit different. However, I just had an idea. And that idea is as follows. So as I mentioned now, they're being sold, that effectively the prices are decimated. They're being sold for a 1/10 because of the speed and because, it's not cast yet, etc. However, you don't have to use it. You don't have to deploy it. You can trade it. So as we approach the filming, and as we cast and as we go into production, we'll know more about the production company, know about more about the distributor. We'll know more about the script, and we'll know more about the cast. And if we have amazing cast, I think when we do, and I don't know, whoever it may be, saying one of the lead characters is going to be played by Denzel Washington, unlikely, but say it is. Then all of a sudden, naming Denzel Washington's character for the price of $1,000 is pretty cheap. So if come that time we haven't actually named it yet, then you could say, actually, I bought it for $1,000, but if you want to name it, I'll sell it to you for $10,000. And the same with the opportunities to be the product placement and the speaking role, the yacht and the building, the video call, the props and memorabilia, etc. You can use them. So I don't know if we're going to do it as an NFT, but we could, but it's basically some sort of digital voucher, which is tradable. So you can hold it and use it because I want that main character to be named after me, but you don't have to, because if there's somebody out there and we can put this on as an auction or some form of on the website, and somebody actually said, actually, I'll give you $20,000 for that because I really want to speak to that particular person because that's the person who's just been cast and they're my hero, they're my heroine. Then it's up to you. Say, no, I'm going to keep this. Because that's my favorite person. Or you say, actually, I don't really care about that person. I'll take the $20,000. So there is an opportunity here to capitalize on the capital growth of these opportunities, because we will market them for you to the larger growing community as we approach the filming. Corey, do you think that's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. I mean, just imagine if even if you were able to do one of these, and let's say you got to name a character, or you gave it as a birthday present and got to name the character for somebody, or your spouse or whoever that is. But what if you named a character, or what if you got to meet one of the characters who became a Denzel Washington, or
Yep.
was in the making of some huge star, and you got to, for me personally, I'm such a movie lover that I would love just to meet any of the stars, even after I saw the movie and got, you got this connection with the character and you develop this, movie aficionado relationship. But I think it's fabulous. I think it's absolutely fabulous.
Well, then, to reinforce the message, it's live now, and the team will share the list and the prices, and literally it has to be first come, first served.
Yeah.
Partly because that's the most efficient way in doing it, and secondly, we need the funds now to be able to put in the marketing like tomorrow, the Saturday, Sunday. So it's great. Just one little update, if I may.
Yes, please.
I've just rushed back actually because I just took my daughter rowing. She does rowing. And she's determined. She's doing rowing because she's determined to get into an American university. My son went to Yale, so she's determined to get into Yale. But I told her my son got a full scholarship, so she's got to get a full scholarship. Otherwise, it's really expensive. But the other thing, I did some shopping while she was at rowing, and I got a telephone call, and it was from a guy called Alex Amatai, and he's fabulous. Now he's a wonderful new filmmaker, and I met him in London maybe about a year ago, something like that. And he's got this amazing project. It's called Antara, and it's set in Saudi Arabia. It's a huge project. But strangely, he's doing a parallel to us because he's just launched a token, and it's about the same market cap as ours at the moment. It's just launched. He just shared it with me today, which is great because he had the ideas of selling NFTs in order to make this film. This film it's a bigger budget than we're used to be honest. It's $45 million. It's $45 million. Half of the money is Saudi money and half is UK money, much money. It's got Russell Crowe as the lead. Therefore, it's shooting from September because that's the first time he's available. It's got 6 Oscar winners in it. It's got Hans Zimmer doing the music. It's got I can't remember the name of the person who's doing costumes, but they did it for Hidden Tiger, Flashing Dragon, or whatever it's called. And there's another so six Oscar winners altogether. It's a huge budget. It's a huge movie. It's also phenomenal script. I read it. I had to read it because it takes a while to read a script. It's like 2 hours. So I put it off and off and off. And then I was speaking to him the next day. So I thought, I've got to read it now. And literally I read it all the way through in one take. It's breathtakingly good. It's one of those scripts where you read and the film plays in your head as you're reading it. I've watched that movie. I didn't actually watch it with Russell Crowe as the lead, actually, but now I can see exactly what they're getting at. And the other cast is absolutely knockout. And the reason I mention it is because I was talking with Alex just in the supermarket, and he was saying we're doing this launch, and he was interested in our launch and talking about listings. We're talking about exchanges and everything. And he said, well, we need to talk because there's some synergy here. And I cheekily said, can some of our token holders, Mickey token holders, be in your movie? And he said, of course they can. So we now get the opportunity, and this is what we imagined would happen, because it's no skin off anybody knows to, a small part or an extra role, or somebody who holds Russell Crowe's cloak, whatever it may be. But it's a great opportunity for our token holders to be involved. And I can't imagine production companies, unless they're a bit snotty Hollywood production companies, not wanting to engage with us. So we've got, I don't know, half a dozen production companies already. But now, to be able to give our token holders the opportunity to be able to be in films like that, which is such a big cast and such a big budget, and is going to be absolutely spectacular. This is a proper Hollywood number. It's going to be amazing. It's 10 times bigger than Crypto Heist, and Crypto Heist has got a decent film, a decent budget. But this is but wouldn't that be fantastic? So
amazing.
as it develops and as the token builds and as word spreads and as more publicity and PR we get, the more opportunities our token holders are going to have to the utility. The utility is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, so it's all very exciting. And we haven't stopped inventing things. We've only just started inventing things for this commodity. So anyway, I don't rattle on. I'm rattling on for 40 minutes.
That's fantastic.
If you can kindly share, and people can literally commit immediately, then that would be great.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan, can I, so you're asking for it to be in USDT or any stable coin?
Any stable coin or
Any
any
stable
coin.
coin? Right. We'll put together,
we'll colored beans. We'll take colored beans. But if it's, as long as it's, we can swap it for
we'll
USDT.
take magic beans.
Magic beans would be really good. Mexican, those jumping beans. I like those jumping beans.
Jumping beans are cool.
But something that we can literally swap into USDT.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. It's just if it's USDT,
Easy.
it makes it easier. That's all.
Okay. We'll get a form together that we can put the address and all of the items with the pricing, and you guys can duke it out. First come, first serve.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, this is being connected to a token or a project like this is in my opinion, is a huge insider privilege. And I've never seen anywhere where you can actually get something for this price at this kind of it's the memory really, especially if you're getting an item but if you're memorialized in a movie like this, you know, it's just incredible. And we appreciate you, Jonathan, and for sharing this opportunity with us. And if you guys know someone that is a huge movie goer buff or wants to have their marketing out there or anything like that, there's so many connections here. But act fast. As Jonathan said, we are one of the first people to get a hold of this. So even if you don't want to wait for the form, if the form is not in there yet, Rhonda, it should be, right? Because we work so fast.
Yeah,
but, I mean, I was expecting it to be
really close, really
while I was speaking. But if you have interest right away, Marty will get that information. It ranges per the perk. So it's anywhere from Jonathan said $450 up to $2,000. And we'll get that out ASAP, but express your interest as soon as you can. And we'll get that over to Jonathan as they come in, just so you know, your place is saved. And this is exciting. So as you guys heard, this whole entire Mickey Meme coin project, Jonathan mentioned there's a slew of movies already in the works and moving forward. Huge utilities for this, you guys. It's just like, as he said, it's going to grow upon itself, and it's going to establish its place in not only the crypto space, but out there in, we'll call it the Web3 land, and also in the everyday lives of everyone around the world. So, and we're a part of it now. So yeah, Sharona put her email in the chat, guys, if you want to express interest. I know you guys are going to be out there around Discord as well, chitter chatter, and just let us know. So anything else, the team? Rhonda, you have anything else?
Just another idea. And this speaks to the product placement, you know, I'm not a manufacturer of anything, but I know about 5 or 6 people who are. Yeah. So, you know, I'm going to take this YouTube video and the forum and just say, hey, call my friend John and say, I don't know, shampoo in the, because he's got a shampoo company. Anyway.
That's a lovely idea.
Will anyone be in the shower washing their hair? Just wondering.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. That's a lovely idea. That's a really good.
So yeah, that's what it is. Share it with, you know, somebody that's in that manufacturing space who's got a product that they are looking to build and get, and share the YouTube. We're on YouTube. Send this YouTube video and send the forum.
Drinks, and clothing brands, sunglasses, motorbikes, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it'll be fantastic. And then the other thing to say is, because there may be people here who don't hold Mickey tokens. Literally, it's going exchange next week. It's going to.
Yeah.
So, this, if this was the stock market, you're not supposed to give away insider information. It's illegal, and you would get locked away. But this is the Web3 space. We can. It's not. So yeah, I mean, literally, it's going on exchanges either Monday or the soonest. I think it's probably going to be Monday. We're going to work hard to get it on Monday. But if not, it's next week. So if this is the lowest the token's ever going to be. So either if you're not a holder, become a holder. That would be fantastic. If you are a holder, top up. This is possibly the last opportunity to be able to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jonathan, once I have my name locked in for one of the characters, somebody like Rhonda can't come along and offer you $5,000 more and take that spot, right?
Jonathan and I are.
Try me.
I'm sure he'd kick you right out.
Yeah, that's. All I care about is getting the project made. So that's all right. That's fine. By the way, somebody kindly in the chat said, "Can we still buy shares?" And yes, you can. So
yes.
The team will
get that reposted in our Discord.
That's great.
Yeah, we'll get you the deck out there as well as that, and also email Sharona now, Kathleen, and we'll get that in the works for you and anyone else that is interested. And thanks for mentioning Jonathan, because I know we have a lot of things going on, and it's very important. So any other questions for the team or Jonathan? Oh, good. Yeah, Kathleen, absolutely. I'm with you on that one. She said she wants
she wants more.
Yeah,
I think it'd be great to pile in tonight, and I'd love to see that market cap go over 2 million.
Wouldn't it be?
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't it? I honestly, that's going to be such a good day. I mean, that's
going to be a really good day is when it hits 100 million and we look back when it was 2 million. Remember when it was 1.5? Not so long ago.
I'm going to have to screenshot this now so that we can all remember it.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah, good question. Is staking of the Mickey available? I know we had
there are. Yeah, there's a staking pool there. The pooled Mickey is 1.07 trillion. Oh, that's amazing. That's really good. And pooled wrapped ETH is 12.65. Yeah. And pooled Mickey is represents 5.12%. Yeah, that's right. There is. Yeah. And there's if you look on the GitHub link, if you go to the website, there's a GitHub link. Gives you the staking link is there. Yeah.
Cool. And this is, who was it? I don't, someone in the chat asked, where's the link for the replay? We're on YouTube now. So if you go to Nexus Ecosystem YouTube, as soon as we're done, boom, you can grab it, and we'll get the form in the Discord posted
awesome.
As soon as this is over.
Yeah, and thank you, Jan, for posting that. If you want to throw that in Discord as well, you are amazing. That's got all your information right there for you guys out there for the equity opportunity and the coin liquidity opportunity. So beautiful. Great questions, guys. Anybody else before we let Jonathan know? It's late for Jonathan. Thank you again, Jonathan, for taking the time. And
it's always a huge pleasure. If it was my choice, I'd do one of these a day.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you know where to find us.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody say Jonathan, and thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you shortly. Jonathan, thank you so much.
Take care.